Dear brothers and sisters, peace be with you. Today is Good Friday, the day the Church commemorates the passion and death of our blessed Lord. While this year we cannot gather physically in our churches as we normally do to participate in the Good Friday liturgy, I hope and pray that you will all be able to enter into the somber and silent day of Good Friday with penance, fasting, deep prayer in your own homes. If you cannot join us by live stream, I want to encourage you to read St. John's account of the Passion, to venerate a cross or crucifix in your home, and to make a spiritual communion. If you do these things, you will be joining millions around the world in these acts of prayer and praise. Some days ago, those of us who pray the Liturgy of the Hours may have read in the Office of Readings a meditation by a certain Italian priest in the 15th century by the name of St. Francis of Paola. I was moved and struck by these words from his meditation. "I earnestly admonish you," he said, "to look after your spiritual well-being with judicious concern. Death is certain. Life is short and vanishes like smoke. Fix your minds then on the passion of our Lord Jesus Christ." Friends, may I suggest that we reflect on these words this Good Friday. How important, how necessary and vital it is that we look after our spiritual lives with judicious concern. For nothing else really matters except the state of the holiness of our souls. So many of us often get caught up in mundane and temporary concerns, but it is the eternal that must take center stage of all our endeavors and plans. Why? Because death is certain. It is the one undeniable truth we must all face, that someday we are all going to die. The current pandemic has brought this truth to our minds and hearts in a shockingly clear way. While we may not relish the idea, we should all ask and ponder the questions: am I ready to die? Have I thoroughly confessed all my sins? If I died today, would I die in a state of grace? That we are going to die is certain. When it will happen, we do not know, but let us try to remember that life is short and vanishes like smoke. And so we must fix our minds then on the passion of our Lord Jesus Christ, for in it we see how we as believers can face the inevitability of death with faith, trust, and courage, just as Jesus did on Good Friday so long ago, as he walked to the hill of Calvary. When we keep our minds fixed on the passion, we need not fear death, for Jesus has sanctified it and elevated it to a holy moment, a sacred event in each of our lives. That moment when we will pass from this life, which is so short and temporary, to a fullness of life that is forever, a life that will make this life seem so trivial and insignificant. Brothers and sisters, let us take the words of this little-known saint to heart today, attending each day that the Lord gives us to our spiritual growth, knowing that death is certain and life is short, fixing our minds on the passion of Jesus, who died and through whose death destroyed sin and death forever. God bless you.